I'm the son of my father and the father of my son. That's a story in itself. My son.
Back in elementary, I thrived on misery. Left me alone, I grew up amongst a dying breed. Inside my mind, couldn't find a place to rest until I got that APS tatted on my chest. Now I confess, me and death, we like close friends. Been together since my mama had me. Yeah, she knows sin.
Let's see, when I first met his mother, she had some illnesses early in her life where some doctors told her that actually she probably wouldn't be able to conceive. But after I met her, I told her not to worry about it. And if she wanted to have children, she could.
I gave you fair warning, beware. I gave you fair warning, beware.
I remember the night we went to the hospital. The doctor came in there and checked her. First time he came in and checked her, he just kind of went right back out. This worried sort of look on his face. And that's when he finally informed us that he wasn't getting a heartbeat. And that's when he told my son's mom that he thought, in his opinion, that the child had died in the womb.
If tomorrow was my last day living, I gather up all the women that I ever put my dick in. Well, maybe most of them. 2 pills of Viagra, then put the poke to them. Man on a mission, I'ma squirt while I'm stroking them. One by one, send them home with my C's in them, G's in them, baby sins in them, little me's in them. All the wrong bitches giving birth to the serpents. All the bad shit about me, you resurface. All of my nightmares, all of the rage. There be bad little kids, too smart for their age. 1 or 2 girls will give birth to the angels, the next world leaders. But that's when I leave here. Every 30 minutes be a different kind of weed. Rob a couple banks, give away all the cheese. Make sure I'm fresh then. Stop at the barber. Interrupt church, turn they wine into water.
The doctor or somebody from hospital administration had sent a priest up. And when the priest walked in the room, I was like, what are you here for? He said, I was told that you were Catholic. I just wanted to pray for you and administer last rites. I said, last rites for what? So he said, well, the hospital, the doctor had informed me that the child was dead in the womb, stillborn. I said, no, I don't think so. I said, I don't need you. I said, I didn't ask for you to be here, and I don't want you to be here. I told him, I said, look, you leave. You're not wanted here, and I don't need you here. So we left. And when he left, he kind of looked over his shoulder and I looked at him, thinking to myself, that's no real priest.
You can make your own heaven, the hell we bless the curse. I bring you living angels and demons in every verse. I know my share sucker niggas and some wicked bitches, but we is all good and evil, that's just worldly business. That's what it is, where we live on this cursed earth. Your heart is filled with lust and fear, so you go hide in church.
I walked over to the window, looked out the window of the hospital. It's kind of gray, overcast, stormy looking day. I just looked out the window and said to myself, calling to what I consider to be my Father Most High, I said, look, whatever energy I have, I want you to take whatever you need, all of what you need, to bring life to my son.
My son was born. Really, he is a miracle because they told me he was dead before I had him, but they said they would let me stay in labor because there was no need to have a C-section for a baby that was dead. He was born, he was barely breathing, he was blue. They rushed him to the emergency room and he survived. So he's here.
they kill rapping, I raise the dead. Thriller, young Mike Jackson in the week to a Miller. Week 2 double that sales for the rebel. Church folks say I made a deal with the devil. Truth is, shit is much simpler than that. As a kid, was addicted to rap. I would listen to Nas and Jay-Z, pocking 3 stacks, and think to myself, one day I'ma be that.
MTV was pretty hot at the time, but they played absolutely no black music. So I think his first song he really liked on MTV was the Beach Boys. That's the first time I ever saw him dance.
Beach Boys.
And he was like 9 months old, and it was like a summer fair kind of thing. And he jumps up and he runs to the TV because he was walking at 9 months old. And he dances through the whole song, and I'm like, wow, he likes that? He kind of had a little ear for music early on. I bought him little different toys. He had toy guitars, toy drums, sorts of stuff like that. He started to speak when he was about 10 months old. He spoke in just words. He walked at 9 months old. He spoke in full sentences at 1 year old. And, you know, by the time he was 2 or 3, he thought kids his same age were babies. And he didn't hesitate to say that. I remember once he was looking out the window with his uncle, and his uncle was like 17. And he says, "Sean, look at those kids out there." He was 3, so the kids were older than him, but he thought they were behaving pretty badly.
Listen, I spit pain and passion, champagne and absinthe, blackberry kush smoke on the main attraction. A bad influence, I devour weaker mind. I'm on the highway to hell, I can read the sign. This rap shit is mine, that's what I'ma redefine. Appetite for destruction and it's feeding time. It's like a freaking seizure when I proceed to rhyme. Women screaming and fainting and niggas squeezing they nine.
This is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I stand before you as a new era in hip-hop and a new era in black music in general, man. You know what I mean? Like, I came into this motherfucker different, standing out like a soul palm. You know what I mean? I ain't never been like these other motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean? I always been different. I've been called every name in the book from A to motherfucking Z, man. And it's crazy because what used to be my curse is now my gift. It's now my blessing, you know what I'm saying? I went from being a weird little kid, you know what I mean, to the cute boy, to being the dope ass rapper, you know what I mean? Now I'm the fucking future, man. So y'all motherfuckers get used to me for the next decade. This is all it's gonna be, me. SIN, it's gonna be Black House, it's gonna be a Black House era for the next, we blacking out the next like 10 to 12 years, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Y'all motherfuckers get used to me. Stay tuned, the evolution will be televised, man. We out. 18.